Okie dokie, I think I'm recording. Alrighty. So today's video is going to be a piggyback off of the video that it was titled, I think Small Steps, Big Change, Massive Change, How Consistency, Science, and God Are Transforming My Life. Because it's really important to note that you don't just practice those habits or any new habit for that matter just a few times and then immediately start to experience a profound change, right? So, for example, I am currently starting, I think I'm on month number two, about halfway through month number two in the 90 days to transformation process. And I plan to complete it with really consistent, repetition because that's how long it takes for the neural connections in my brain to become wired together and start to just fire automatically. And I can tell you that I've been at this whole like self improvement thing for the majority of my adult life. I have literally read hundreds of self help books and tried more methods to cultivate like positive, lasting change in different areas of my life than I can even count or remember. And there's one, like, there is literally only one thing that has made any sort of sustained or profound difference for me in my life, and that is drum roll. Here we go. Consistency. Yeah, literally the absolute key to success in making any changes and or just like achieving any goals in my life. It hasn't been about how big the steps are that I take or even so much the depth or involvement or intensity of the steps themselves. What is important is that I am taking steps consistently and with the deliberate intention of developing the character of mind, so to speak, that I need to achieve the goal that I've set for myself. So, for me, as a perfectionist and an overachiever, I have really had to give myself permission to start small. I've had to be really gentle and give myself a lot of grace in this process. It hasn't been easy because I've always been like a goal setter and a dream chaser kind of person. But what I've found is that because of the really unrealistic expectations and the immense amount of pretty intense pressure that I put on myself, I've almost always inevitably failed at achieving what I set out to because while I have definitely had the right intentions, I've just had the wrong approach. So consistency isn't just about discipline. It's really, and I think even more so, it's about creating space and flexibility for transformation to occur. So, say you decide to start with a goal related to your body or physical health, and you want to incorporate a better diet, more like regular exercise into your daily routine. What you do not want to do is set unrealistic goals and expectations because that will just automatically set you up for failure. So maybe you want to start really small and change like one unhealthy eating habit, like eliminating potato chips or cookies from your diet and walking for, say, 10 minutes a day. So you might be thinking, well, what's the point of that? How will that affect like any change? And the answer is that in and of itself, it won't do much of anything in the way of transforming your body or giving you more physical energy. But, or I should say, and at the same time, that one small change, if it is practiced consciously, intentionally, and the key word here, consistently, it will create a snowball effect and you will naturally incorporate more and more healthy changes into your life because you will have proven to yourself psychologically that you are capable. And you will also get the neural connections in your brain firing and creating new and improved pathways that are literally physically changing the wiring of your brain. Oh, sorry about that. It's an alarm. It's kind of how I function. I set alarms on my phone to remind me of things I have to do all the way throughout the day. In any case, what was the time? Oh, your neural connections, right? So the pathways, they get formed through that repetition, and it literally physically changes the wiring of your brain. So it kind of imprints inside of your brain. It's almost like brainwashing in a way, but I like to call it brain cleaning or even like brain transforming of long-term success. So today what I want to do is just encourage you to just consider implementing the practice of like one small, and again, it can be really, really small, yet consistent and deliberate conscious habit that you can incorporate into your daily routine with a commitment that is literally like non-negotiable, right? Because again, it's the quality and consistency that matters and not the quantity and intensity of the goal that you choose to accomplish. And if you haven't had a chance, I would encourage you to go back and watch the video about my top 3 morning habits for a productive and faith-filled day. I talk in that video about the four daily pillars that I learned about through Napoleon Hill. You can start to implement that, and it really does kind of change the quality of your life. At least it has for me. So my question for you is, what is one small step, even if it's really, really small, that you can commit to consistently incorporating into your daily routine towards achieving some kind of a goal that you have? And with the very key word here being consistently, of course. So drop in the comments below, and let's just continue to support each other and becoming the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And if you are having like a hard time thinking of something, let me know, and I would be happy to help you brainstorm some ideas. And we need to always remember this, that with God as our foundation, we are literally transformed in every way, in unimaginable ways, in ways that bring him glory, and ultimately in ways that build his kingdom far beyond what our own limited thoughts can conceive. So keep pushing, my fellow wealth warriors, keep striving, keep stretching, and do not lose heart, for the Lord our God is with us.